All right, so we're diving deep today into this pile of parenting newsletters
Oh, yeah.
you've been sending over.
Lots to unpack here.
Yeah, looks like someone's trying to figure out this whole toddler tantrum thing.
Ah, the joys of parenting.
Maybe hoping to, find a little peace in all the crazy.
That elusive peace and quiet.
And you know what? This newsletter seems to think they have the secret weapon.
A secret weapon. I'm intrigued.
Parenting podcasts.
Ooh, podcasts. Interesting.
What do you think about that?
You know what strikes me is the newsletter's whole approach. It's like they get it.
Yeah.
They acknowledge the exhaustion, the feeling of constantly, like you're just winging it.
Oh, totally. Constantly winging it every single day.
Okay, then they throw you this lifeline. They're like, hey, there's a whole community out there
Yeah.
going through the same thing. You're not alone.
It is a journey, right? This whole parenting thing, this messy, beautiful journey.
Absolutely messy and beautiful in equal measure.
But the newsletter takes it a step further.
Mm-hmm.
Asks, why bother with parenting podcasts at all?
Right, good question.
Have you ever thought about that?
I'll admit I have.
Yeah.
But they make a really good case for it.
Yeah.
It's about tapping into this network of wisdom,
Okay.
relatable tips, and get this, expert hosts
Okay.
who feel more like friends than lecturers.
Ooh, I like that.
That's a game changer.
It is a game changer. Instead of just, being talked at, you're having a conversation.
Exactly. It feels like you're sitting down with a friend.
Yeah, like grabbing coffee with someone who gets it.
Exactly. Someone who's been there.
Yeah,
And they've got some great recommendations in here.
they do. Let's jump into some of these specific podcasts.
Let's do it.
First up, Bites and Bites with Pooja Nanja.
Okay, I've heard of that one.
This one seems perfect for anyone who's drowning in toddler chaos.
Oh, yeah. The toddler years, those are
It's a whole other level,
a
right?
whole other level of chaos.
The newsletter even mentions how Pooja shares tips for navigating those bedtime battles.
Bedtime battles. Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
the dreaded Eat Your Veggies saga.
The struggle is real.
Did any of that resonate with you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, who hasn't been there, right? The bedtime routine turning into a 3-hour ordeal.
Oh, yeah, or trying to convince a tiny human that broccoli is actually delicious.
Right. It's like a battle of wills.
It's a battle of wills. And what struck me about Bites and Bites is that message of finding humor in the chaos.
Yes. That's so important.
It's not just about solving the problem. It's about shifting your perspective.
Right. Finding those little moments of joy, even when things feel like they're falling apart.
Yeah, choosing to laugh instead of cry, which, let's be honest, is sometimes the only option.
Sometimes it's the only way to survive.
Okay, so next on the list, Modern Indian Parent, hosted by Rini Gupta and Sanchita Daswani.
Okay, interesting.
This one is all about finding that balance between traditional Indian parenting values and adapting to a more modern approach.
Yeah, that's a unique perspective.
It is, and they don't shy away from the tough stuff.
Oh, good.
Newsletter even quotes their hot take. It's okay to say no to daddy's old school tips. I think that resonates with a lot of parents, regardless of their background.
It does. It's about finding your own voice as a parent.
Exactly. Doing what feels right for your family, even if it means challenging those traditions.
Absolutely. Sometimes you have to break free from the mold.
Sometimes you do. You have to do your own thing.
And trust your instincts.
Yes, trust your instincts.
As you know your child best.
Absolutely. Right. The next podcast that caught my eye, Parenting Truth and Dare with Ritika Subhash.
Okay. That sounds intriguing.
This one actually gamifies parenting.
Gamifies parenting. Tell me more.
So instead of dreading those everyday challenges, Ritika turns them into these fun, actionable dares.
It's a game show for parents.
A little bit, yeah.
I like it.
The newsletter mentions one where she encourages parents to let their child win an argument just once.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Imagine the shift in power dynamics.
Yeah, and the lessons your child would learn about compromise.
Compromise, empathy.
Yeah. Would you ever try that?
You know what? I think I might.
It would be a challenge for sure.
But I think it could be really eye-opening.
Yeah, I think so too. Sometimes shaking things up a bit is all you need.
Absolutely. All right, last but not least, we have Partner in Upbringing with Himani and Kalyani.
Okay, I haven't heard of this one.
This one seems super practical, offering workshops, tons of tips on raising happy kids.
Happy kids, that's the goal, right?
That's the goal, right? While minimizing those dreaded meltdowns.
Meltdowns are inevitable, but minimizing them, yes, please.
The newsletter highlighted their advice on delegating tasks and sharing that parenting load.
Oh, that's so important.
It is.
It's a reminder that you don't have to do it all alone.
You shouldn't do it all alone.
Right. Seeking support from your partner, family, friends.
It makes all the difference.
It really does.
So we just took a deep dive into this newsletter's podcast recommendations.
A wealth of information.
What stands out to you the most?
For me, it's the sense of community these podcasts offer.
Yeah.
They make you feel like you're part of something bigger.
You're not alone.
Exactly, and they empower parents to find what works best for them.
There's no one right way to do this thing.
Absolutely. And the fact that this newsletter curates these valuable resources, I definitely recommend subscribing.
I agree. It's a goldmine of parenting wisdom and support.
It really is.
And speaking of support, you can find links to all these fantastic podcasts in our show notes.
Definitely check them out.
But now I'm curious which of these podcasts resonated most with you.
I'm leaning towards Bites and Bites. I love the idea of finding humor in the chaos.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What about you?
I think I'm intrigued by the Parenting Truth and Dare.
Oh, yeah, that one's different.
I like that gamified approach. I think it could be really fun and insightful.
Yeah, I might have to check that one out myself.
And listeners, we want to hear from you too.
Absolutely.
Which podcasts are you loving? What parenting challenges are you hoping to find solutions for?
We're all in this together.
Let's chat about it.
Let's keep the conversation going.
And don't forget to subscribe to this awesome newsletter for more parenting tips and tricks.
You won't regret it.
Until next time, happy parenting, everyone.
Take care.